Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michaela. I'm so excited to be back filming. I have missed filming and editing and uploading, and it's been 2 weeks, and I said that's enough time. It is after midnight right now. I should be sleeping, but Scott put Sawyer to bed and I needed to film because this video needs to go out tomorrow, and I don't want to miss another week. I have a bunch of content planned out and I'm going to stick to it. End of story. So that's it. Anyways, let's jump right into the video because that's what you guys are here for. And we're definitely going to be doing the book journaling tomorrow morning because I also forgot to do that as well, and I also need to charge the iPad because this is digital book journaling over here. First things first, I need to open my book apps. I have Goodreads and Fable. I don't know what to choose over the other, so I'm going to go into finished, and we'll start with December. I guess that would make the most sense. First one, everybody was talking about it. FOMO was happening, so I did indeed read Quicksilver by Callie Hart, and this was, what did I read it? 3 stars. I read it from November 26th to December 9th, so that kind of tells you it took a bit, but I mean, that tells you it's gonna take a bit. Getting into it was a little confusing, but by the end of it, I was hooked. I am also definitely going to be getting the third one in the Fade Alchemy series because how can you not? That comes out November 10th, I believe. And I'm also wondering if it's going to be gold because this one's silver. Brimstone is a bronzy, so I'm wondering if the next one is going to be gold. I have no idea what it's going to be called, but I kind of hope it is gold because that would be just stunning. This is also like sparkly as well. I don't know if you can tell or if it's picking it up, but it's just absolutely stunning. And I recently discovered the end pages. So this is Ceres, and then over here is Kingfisher. And then once we get to Brimstone, I'll show you those end pages because they're stunning. This one, 3 stars, mainly just because it took a little bit to get into it and to understand the world building, and then also there's some war bits in there, and war is not my favorite. So that is Quicksilver. If you don't know what this book is, I shall tell you. Do not touch the sword, do not turn the key, do not open the gate. Ceres Fane is good at keeping secrets. No one knows about the strange power she possesses or the fact that she has been picking pockets and stealing from the Undying Queen's reservoirs for as long as she can remember. So these reservoirs, each person gets a ration of water, so she has learned how to tap into that. In the land of unforgiving desert, there isn't much a girl wouldn't do for a glass of water, but sooner or later every secret comes out. When Ceres comes face to face with death himself, she inadvertently reopens a gateway between realms and is transported to a land of ice and snow. The Fae have always been the stuff of myth, of legend, of nightmares, but it turns out they're real, and Ceres has landed right in the middle of a centuries-long conflict that might just get her killed. The first of her kind to tread the frozen mountains of Yuvelia in over 1,000 years, Ceres mistakenly binds herself to Kingfisher, a handsome Fae warrior who has secrets and nefarious agendas of his own. He will use her alchemist magic to protect his people, no matter what cost him or her. I think the different peoples and whatever in this series and like the magic systems is really cool. That is Quicksilver. Then the second one that I finished was the Grim and Oro flip book. The little peekaboo things are really cute. And then the cover, let me tell you, I'll show you Oro's first. All the gold sprayed edges on top. And then it kind of like blends together here. And I'll show you Grimm's side, the darker his sprayed edges. And then the star of the show, this. Stunning. Also looks amazing on my bookshelf as well. I have the spots open for it right here. It's laying down because it needs the help to stand up, but this one takes place before Lightlark, and I really liked Grimm's side the best, but Oro's side kind of explains his backstory and the reason for things, I guess. So that's that. But this side, also, Alex Astor said that this book would get you to switch sides, and the only explanation for that would be Oro switching to Grimm. I don't know how you'd be Grimm switching to Oro. Also, tell me which side you are, because I'm so curious. Let's have a conversation. I want to know. But anyways, November 13th to December 30th, and this was a 3.75 for whichever one. Don't remember. That's this one. This is where I'm confused because I know I read Brimstone, but I'm not sure exactly when I read it because I did read it on my Kindle. I am just confused as to when I read it. And I don't know if it went towards my goal last year or if it goes towards the goal this year. I think it's gotta go this year. It's got to. I think maybe it is the beginning of January. It is the last day of, actually, it's the first day of February now, but the last day of January. And I'm pretty sure I read this at the very beginning of January. So I'm just gonna say this is next because I really don't know. Could you imagine reading this physically? Also, I just noticed that flame is blue. I don't know if you can tell. Let's try to zoom in so you can see. Oh yeah. So that's really pretty. I also like that it's kind of like falling apart. This one got even better. I love building upon the world and the magic and the peoples and the characters. I'm so excited for the third one to come out. I can hardly wait. I wish I would have spaced it out more because I read this one like right after Quicksilver, so my fault on that one. The next one I read was Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry. This one I read from January 1st to January 7th. I don't know what took me so long to read this, first of all. Maybe this is also when I was reading Brimstone. Who knows? But this one was really cool because it's two writers competing to write a book by this famous woman. Her name is Margaret Ives, and her family line was very famous. She had tons of different family members do a bunch of different things, but you see her background in some parts of the book, and those were my favorite parts of the books, when you got to see her family and like her past and her life and her growing up and all the things, and like her getting married and having friendships and relationships with like these different people and whatever. So now she's having these two writers compete for a month, I think, to write her book. Alice, I think her name was. Let me just double check that because I don't want to be wrong. It is Alice. See, I was right. Alice Scott and Hayden Anderson. So Hayden, he is a Pulitzer-winning writer, and then I think she just writes for like a newspaper or something. But anyways, they are competing. In their past, they have some interesting things that's happened in their past. Anyways, 4 stars for that one. Some people don't like it, and I'm confused why they didn't. I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. And I want to get the paperback, but I don't know if it would be matching the books that I already have, and I also don't know if it would match the height. TBD on getting that. I also don't think it's a United States version. I think it's a UK version. I don't know. Anyways, okay. The next one that I read was Crown Tide by Alex Astor. This is the 4th book in the Lightlark series that I have up here. I thought this was going to be the 4th and final, but it's the 4th one. There's gonna be more. There has to be more. Like, there's no way that it ends this way. Also, it's not ended. That's for sure. I thought something was going to happen in this book, and it didn't, because I had heard that it does happen. I don't remember where. I don't remember who said, but I blame you, whoever said it, because it disappointed me that it didn't happen. So that therefore it's a 4-star. And I thought she had said that this would be the last book, but maybe I just needed to have done my own research for myself to find out. But anyways, the choices, Isla, or Isla, I think her name is Isla, though I thought it was Isla, which I had been calling her this entire time. I don't know. Whatever her name, or however her name is pronounced, she has many decisions and stuff that she's got to go through in this book with the bonds. I can't really say much more than that because I don't want to be spoiling anything, so I'll leave you with that. I read this from 110 to 113, so yeah. This one is also the first book in my TBR Takedown video series. So I'm going to be doing this year, where I do TBR Takedown videos, just reading vlogs, and this one I just picked random 3 books that I wanted to read off my TBR, physical TBR that I have, because I want to lower that. It's not very many. I have less than 35, 40, around there, so I'm proud that I've kept it low. But I did recently order some books, so we also are going to be doing a haul, maybe tomorrow if they get here in time, but if not, I'll just show you on screen what I got. I don't know why I'm still holding this one. Let me just put it down. Anyways, that is the first one in the TBR Takedown series. I just picked a random 3 books, but I have ideas to do like the highest and lowest rated, the most pages, the least amount of pages, that kind of deal. So I'm excited for those videos and those reading vlogs because I want to be doing more reading vlogs and capturing my experiences reading the books rather than just talking to you about the end of it, the wrap-ups and whatever. So trying to incorporate more reading vlogs and make it more exciting. We'll see how those go. Anyways, next one that I read was Fearful by Lauren Roberts. This is a novella that comes after Fearless. I personally don't think that we needed this one. This follows Kit and Mara, and beginning the book, it starts with Mara, and you're wondering who in the world is Mara? Why are we here? What's going on? There's also this really big map, but we hardly ever go anywhere, I feel like, in the castle to need the map. There's not very many scenes that take place around the castle, more just like in specific places in the castle. So I don't know. But yeah, the prologue is literally Mara, and I was confused, but immediately you find out who Mara is, because I thought I had just missed a character, but no, she is deaf, and you find that out right away. And she basically takes souls from their body to the moors, it's called. So that is her job, and then she observes Kit, Lenny, and Blair, and pretty much that's all you see. You do get snippets of Peyton and Kai, but you mainly just focus on Kit, Lenny, and Blair. Without this one, the series is complete. With this one, she opened the door to continue it, I feel. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this series, but I feel like I didn't want it. We'll see, I guess. But that's Fearless, or Fearful. Then the last book that I had read was The Crownless Queen by Cassidy Clark. I read this from 11:22 to 1:30. I took a long time reading it, but that's only because I didn't want to finish it, because the last one, you'll see when I pick out my TBR, you'll see that the last one that she has out right now, The Mirror Game, just recently came out this year or last year. So I don't know when the last or the 6th one is gonna come out. So I'm gonna be left hanging with this one after. I'm so excited to read this one. This is about one of my favorite characters too, so I'm just nervous about it. Anyways, The Crownless Queen. This one, the adventure that they went on, I was scared for some people, like genuinely, like okay, camera's at 17%. I'm gonna have to quickly wrap this up and get to the TBR portion, so we'll try to be quick. Anyways, The Crownless Queen, this is number 4 in the series, by the way, so I can't really tell you much about it at all. Just know that I love the series, and I will be getting the first and second one signed. So this is the first one, and then this is the third one. So I'm getting the first one in the same editions that look like this. This one is a little bit different. The books that I'm getting are going to have this same spine. This is the only different one. I think this is maybe like a first edition, and then she switched how they looked. Honestly, they look amazing. I'm going to get the first and second one signed. I did order The Crownless Queen, so we'll just get into my haul right now since we're talking about it. Scott told me to. So Scott, if you're watching it, you told me to get these. First things first, a clean and dirty dishwasher magnet. I know, so exciting. Then I did get the third one of the Sword of Truth series. This series is going to look so stunning on the shelf. So I have Stone of Tears down there. This is Wizard's First Rule, and then now we're gonna have Blood of the Fold. And then this is a series I've been wanting to finish forever. So that is The Toll, and that's the third one. I have the first and second one up here. How the second one ended, I don't know how that's gonna, I just don't know. Anyways, The Crownless Queen. Okay, so this cover is stunning, guys. Amazing. Like, are you kidding me? That's the cover. Beautiful, stunning, absolutely gorgeous. The other books in this series are just as pretty too. Okay, so see what I'm saying? Look at those. So this is the second one in that series, and this is the first one. So this is the edition that I'm going to get signed, and the Phoenix Priest, and then this is the book that I have right now, the edition that I have right now. These are like tall paperbacks as well. This is really pretty. I think I'm gonna have this one as like the display and then the series around it, because I think that would be pretty cool. Or just this in the middle. I don't know if I'm going to display this, but it's beautiful. Honestly, I really should have Children of Tears and Blood of the Fold already up there because I've already read them, but I'm working on rereading the whole series, so I feel like I'm just gonna put it down on the TBR shelf and just leave it there so that I'm reminded that I have them, because if I put them up there, then I'm gonna be like out of sight, out of mind, really. So that's really all. Now we need to get into the TBR section, so let's head over there. Okay, hopefully this angle works, but we are going to have Siri pick our TBR because I forgot to make prompts, and we're just gonna do that. So I have a website pulled up, 1 through 50, so I'm gonna have her choose 1 through 50. Let's just see. Hey Siri, pick a number 1 through 50. Number 35, a book with food or drink on the cover. I have no idea, so... Oh, this one. But this is the last one in the series that's out right now, I think. If we choose this one, maybe we'll read the next one in the series. This has lemons and lemonade on the cover, and maybe something to eat on the table as well. This is an option. This one has a glass of wine, so that is another option. And then we gotta check these ones. This is my less anticipated TBR. Sorry, I don't know when the camera angle changed, but Freya jumped up on the chair. Anyways, nothing on the bottom, so we have these two options, and I think I'm leaning towards this one. I think this will be option number 1 because I think this is more of a summer book, and I don't want to read the next one in this series yet. I don't think. We'll put this one back. And Among Friends by Hal Ebbett. Let's see. This is July 2025's book of the month pick. This is Celebration gives way to betrayal when a shocking act shatters the trust between families. Interesting. It's an autumn weekend at a comfortable New York country house where two families have gathered to mark the host's 52nd birthday. Together, the group forms an enviable portrait of middle age. The wives and husbands have been friends for over 30 years, their teenage daughters have grown up together, and the dinners, games, and rituals forming their days reflect the rich bonds between them. This weekend, however, something is different. An unforeseen curdling of envy and resentment will erupt in an unspeakable act, with the aftermath exposing treacherous fault lines on which they have long dwelt. This is number 1. Well, I guess technically number 2 because I've already started a book, but we'll talk about that in a second. Number 1. But what's technically number 1 is The Best Life Book Club by Shayla Roberts. So I started this today actually, and I'm already 156 pages in, so quite a good dent so far, and I've been really enjoying it. Basically, it's these 4 women. They start a book club together and they talk about life and all the things. Carissa, she just moves to this neighborhood, and then Alice is one of her neighbors, Margot is her other neighbor, and then Alice's sister, Josie. All of those women are in this book club. Carissa moved because she divorced her husband who was cheating on her with her best friend who happens to be her next door neighbor. Moving to this new neighborhood, she's very cautious of the new neighbors because obviously she doesn't want to get hurt again. So she also has a daughter, her name is Macy, and yeah, just following their lives, I guess, in this book club. I'm having a great time and I'm flying through it, so that is technically number 1. Okay, time for another one. Pick a number 1 through 50. 40. A book set somewhere you'd like to visit. It would be cool if it was like a fantasy. I'm definitely not going to be picking this one up because they're going to hell. So this world would be really cool. And it's the next one in the series as well. So maybe. This is kind of like a murder, not a murder, like a suicide mystery. And it's set in 1924, the summer of 1924. And the garden and the house, that all looks really cute. But I finished the first 4 episodes of Bridgerton, and this is Riverton. Grace Bradley was just a girl when she begins working as a servant at Riverton House. For years, her life was inextricably tied up with the glamorous and eccentric Hartwood family's daughters, Hannah and Emmeline. Then, at a glittering society party in the summer of 1924, a young poet shot himself. The only witnesses were Hannah and Emmeline, and only they, and Grace, know the dark truth. Many years later, when Grace is living out her last days in a nursing home, she receives a visit from a young director who is making a film about the events of that summer. Interesting. The director takes Grace back to Riverton House and reawakens her memories of the last days of Edwardian aristocratic privilege, of the vibrant 20s, and of a stunning secret that Grace kept all her life. Page-turner tale of suspension and passion. And it's kind of thick too. I wonder how many pages it is. I don't want to spoil anything. 468. I think that's a good number. So we have these 2 options. I'm looking at these and I feel like I want to go with this one because it's more of a mystery. I think I'll leave this. Even though it'd be so cool to see that kingdom because it's a bridge. Anyways, okay. So number 3. Maybe 2 or 3 more. Pick a number 1 through 50. 37. A sports romance. I don't have any sports romances and I don't want to read a sports romance. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 50. 40 again. So then does that mean I pick this one again? I mean, Siri did say 40, so that is the 3rd one in the Bridge Kingdom series, by the way. Let's pick another one. Pick a number 1 through 50. 2. I can't make this up. With orange on the cover. What color is this? This one I've started, but I'm really not wanting to pick it up right now. No, for this one. This has orange, but I don't know if I want to read it right now. This one. I mean, this has orange, and the fire has orange in it too. I think I'm gonna go with Calabasas. So this one, I know it's 2 students. They're going to hell to get their professor. I don't know how or why the professor is there, but Alice Law has only had ever one goal: to become one of the brightest minds in the field of magic. Magic spelled with a K at the end. Interesting enough. So, the professor, Jacob Grimes at Cambridge, he's the greatest magician. That is, until he dies in a magical accident that could possibly be her fault. He's now in hell. She's going in after him because his recommendation is the key to her future and he could hold her dreams in his now incorporeal hands. Unfortunately, her rival, Peter Murdoch, has come to the very same conclusion. So they're competing or working together to get him back. So they have the records of Orpheus and Dante to guide them, bundles of chalk to draw the pentagrams, and something in Alice and Peter's past could forge them into perfect allies or lead them to their doom. I think that's interesting. We'll go with this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I will try to pick one from my Kindle as well, and you might already know which one I'm going to choose, but it is the top middle one. The Mirror Game by Cassidy Clark, and I fear I have to be reading this one because it's the next one. It's number 5 already. It starts. Oh. I think this will be my Kindle book, but I also want to have another one. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, I think we'll do one more physical book and then this on the Kindle. I feel like I have high hopes for February. I'm getting back in the swing of things and I'm ready to go. Okay. Pick a number 1 through 50. 38. A book you'd recommend to your mom or dad? I don't know, because I have not read these, so I don't know. I feel like my dad would like a sci-fi book, so maybe Project Hail Mary. I don't know what my mom would want to read. I feel like we gotta go with this one. He is a lone astronaut, an impossible mission, and an ally he never imagined. So this is about Ryland Grace. He is the sole survivor on a desperate last chance mission, and if he fails, humanity and Earth itself will perish. Except that right now, he doesn't know that. He can't even remember his own name, let alone the nature of his assignment or how to complete it. All he knows is that he's been asleep for a very long time, and he's just been awakened to find himself millions of miles from home with nothing but 2 corpses for company. His crewmate's dead, his memories fuzzily returning. Ryland realizes that an impossible task now confronts him. Hurtling through space on his tiny ship, he must puzzle out an impossible scientific mystery and conquer an extinction-level threat to our species. And with the clock ticking down and the nearest human being light years away, he's got to do it all alone. Or does he? So that's where the ally he never imagined part comes in. Isn't it an alien? I think this will be the last choice. I feel like that is a good TBR. I know it's not like romances and whatever, but I did a whole reading vlog last year of reading romances around this time of year. We'll do a little recap. So, first things first, I'm in the middle of The Best Life Book Club by Sheila Roberts, Among Friends by Hal Ebbett, The House at Riverton by Kate Morton, The Inadequate Heir by Danielle L. Jensen, Calabasas by R.F. Kwan, Hail Mary by Andy Ware, and then lastly, The Mirror Game by Cassidy Clark. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so glad you guys clicked on today's video. I missed you all so much, and I want to stay on top of posting. So I made a schedule, and I'm going to stick to it. Pinky promise. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, thank you for 226 subscribers now. That makes me really excited and motivates me to keep posting for you guys. Anyways, just thank you guys so much for watching and clicking on this video and liking, subscribing, commenting, all of the things. And I hope to see you guys in my next video.